here's exactly what I do if I have a tinnitus spike. This is what I've been practicing. This is what I tell people how to do. It's going to be very simple when I explain it, but it takes some getting used to practice this. Again, everything is just spelled out in my application that I built. But I'm just going to explain it the manual way. If you were to do it without the app, here's how you would do the protocol. When you have a spike, okay, you have to understand that it's going to be influencing your amygdala, meaning you're not going to be thinking rationally. You're not going to be remembering the good times that you had. You're not going to be thinking, I had a streak of like 2 good weeks and life wasn't too bad. All that you have to understand is thrown out the window, and now you are, boom, back into the tinnitus doom loop. So you have to understand that that's how it works. They're going to be thinking, the happiness was a lie. It wasn't real. I'm not going to, it's doom. Doom. That's part of the head trip, okay? That's part of the mind game. Okay, now we have to break that immediately. Here's what we do. If I notice a spike is coming on, I had a spike like about a week ago. I had a spike. What did I do? To me, it's muscle memory. If I notice, tinnitus doesn't bother me. Here is the thing. Back when it did, what I did was I immediately played sound masking. But I didn't drown out the tinnitus. I just took the edge off. You just want to take the bite off. It's like a painkiller. You don't want to completely drown out the pain. You just want to take the tip off it. Really just cut the fang off. Okay, just take the edge off. Just bring yourself down. So I immediately play sound masking. I have a sound masking generator on my phone. Bam, sound masking on. Don't even think about it. I'm not sitting there thinking, should I do this? And I thought I was habituated, and why do I have to play masking? And no, masking on. Why? Because I want my concentration back immediately. After the masking's on, I reframe my thoughts. I go into my application that I built, and I just click the thought. Oh my gosh, I'm having a tinnitus spike. Reframe, click. It reframes my thought, and I read that reframe to me. I save it in a notebook. You can write it down. I save it in a notebook, and I bring that wherever I go, okay? And I'm going to reframe my thought after I take the edge off. I'm like, this is just a spike. I haven't lost my habituation. I'm going to be just fine. Today we choose to live. Something like that, a reframe. I catch the thought. So I catch the thought and I reframe it. I then read my recovery statement. If you don't have a recovery statement, you need to go get one. Inside my application, I have an automatic thought recovery statement generator that you can just generate as many as you want to on the fly. But if you don't have that, you're going to have to write it manually. So it would be something that's true. That's you're kind of prophesying your future recovery. I believe I'm not going to always be like this. There's hope for me. Yada yada yada. All that kind of stuff. Read that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into a meditation. If you really notice yourself like you're entering into fight or flight, you want to meditate with the masking on after you've reframed the thought. Put the meditation, there's a guided meditation. You can do all of this in the app with a couple of clicks of the button. You can be doing all of this work, but you want to get into a meditation. If you don't have my app and you don't know how to meditate, go online and find a guided meditation on YouTube. I can meditate without guided meditations. I can just sit here and meditate just on the sounds of nature. But I've been doing this a really long time. You can do some breath work meditation. If you're not good at meditation and you haven't been consistently doing it every single day for years, like I have, then you probably want to get a guided meditation. That's really going to help you. Understand, meditation does not have to be perfect. You are not going to feel like you're doing it right. That's okay, okay? It's completely fine. Do it anyway and continue to do it, because that's part of meditation, is that there is no right or wrong way to do it, as long as you're showing up and you're doing it. Okay, so then after you've done the meditation, by this point you've done a lot of work, okay? If you've done all this during a spike, you have done a lot of work. Journal. You're going to put it in your journal entry, how you feel, what you've done, everything like that. Write it in a piece of paper if you don't have my app. After the journal, then you're going to want to rejoin life again. Now, you don't have to do all of this work before you go rejoin life. Maybe it's a busy day and you have to get to work, and the only thing you can do is put some masking on, take off the edge, reframe the thought. That's 5 minutes worth of work, and you can go take a shower and get to work. You don't have to do all of this if you don't have the time. But fit these little things in, these little 5-minute chunks of work, fit them in somewhere, right? You got to go to work. The kids are crazy. You don't have any time. Nobody has any time. Your life is filled with chronic stress and noise, and your nervous system is completely shot. I get it. Make 2 or 3 minutes and just do 1 or 2 things. My meditations are 5 minutes. 5-minute meditations. They're not 30-minute sessions. They're 5 minutes. Just, you can even do a micro meditation, 15 seconds. Close your eyes. Breathe the peace in. Blow out stress. A 15-second meditation is better than a no-minute meditation. So this is for people who would say, I don't have any time. My life is literally nonstop. Listen, I get it. I run a tech company. I built this thing from scratch. I'm busy as heck making videos and stuff like this, and I have time to meditate. You can make time for the things that matter. People make time for the things that matter. So you can make time for this. 2 minutes here, a minute there, 5 minutes there. It's not going to completely unravel your entire life. So after you've done that work, what you're going to notice is that there's going to be a little bit of hope and peace. Like a little bit of peace, a little bit of hope. Like maybe the spike isn't forever. Okay, that little bit of space, that's where the gold is at. You want to put a little bit of space between you and the tinnitus doom hopelessness. Because right now it's like smacked up. There's you and there's the doom, and it's just like almost fused in together. We want to just be able to put a little bit of questioning, like maybe we're not hopeless. Just maybe this thought isn't true. Just maybe if Dan can recover, I can recover. That question, that little bitty maybe, that can blossom into a full-blown hope revelation. And is the difference from you suffering in the doom loop to you recovering. Straight up. I'm just going to tell you that one question, maybe this isn't hopeless. Maybe I'm going to get through this. So anyway, that's my spike protocol. It may sound a little intense, but let me be honest with you. The tinnitus doom loop is intense as heck. And so this is exactly what I practiced. I practiced this kind of a similar version the other day. I'm not as bothered, I'm not bothered by it at all. But if I get a spike and I notice my mind, I'll notice my mind if it starts to kind of go there, and I cut the head off right then and there. Meditate, because I'm in this stuff too. I'm in the meditation trenches. I'm in this stuff. Meaning there's other things in my life, right? Like I live in a hut, and sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm far from home and I'm alone, and bam, I notice my mind starting to kind of spiral, and I meditate, ground my central nervous system, and I make sure I can stay in the rational thinking part of my mind. Or anything else, oh my gosh, this happened, or oh my gosh, that happened. If I notice that, I'm like, okay, the thoughts are coming, the weather pattern's coming, let's ground ourselves, let's meditate, let's let it pass, and let's go about our day. It's called grounding, and this is, you can practice this for anything. You got laid off from a job, America's doomed, everything's hopeless, whatever. The same practice applies. This is the skill set that I'm teaching you, literally is worth its weight in gold. I implore you to learn this skill set of watching your thoughts, not getting carried away with them, reframing the unrealistic thoughts, reframe them into realistic thoughts, and then rejoin life again. This is the difference from you suffering and from you not suffering. And you can apply this to any area of life that you want. What I've just said in this 8-minute video is gold if you apply it. Again, you can do all of this manually. If you want it guided and laid out for you and easy to understand, you can head to the link in the description, pick up my app, and in there you can also get 20% off of my coaching sessions too as well, if you're subscribed to the app. And I also have a free tinnitus test. You can go get your tinnitus profile test done, see where you stand, tinnitus.health, and it's free. Where do you stand with tinnitus? How habituated are you? How much are you suffering? It's completely free, tinnitus.health. You can go pick that up. Anyway, I hope this helps. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. Share this video with as many people as you can. It really does help the algorithm. I appreciate you so much for watching. This community means everything to me. We are not hopeless. This is the place for hope for tinnitus. We are not hopeless. We have piles of hope. Heaps of it. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to get back to this amazing day. I'll talk to you later. Peace.